Welcome, travelers, to my realm of nightmares. Allow me to be your personal assistant. Come in, take a seat, get comfortable. For when you step into my realm, there's no stepping out.
Howdy, folks. Rosco here. Just figured since we're through with that 2020 bullshit, I would enlighten you all with this next story about some fucking spooky-ass mirror, or at least certain mirrors. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Mirrors? Seriously? That's fucking dumb. But let me tell y'all that they ain't ones to fuck with. Not all mirrors are of the supernatural variety, but you can't be too careful. This here isn't just about an ordinary type of mirror. Most mirrors can harness supernatural powers, like the Bloody Mary y'all keep fucking with. Stop! She's no goddamn good for anyone. And every damn time you summon her, you die. And she gets away from us. It's a goddamn pain in the ass. She doesn't come to just any mirror. It has to be one of the supernatural variety. These can be anywhere. I know what you're thinking. Why don't you summon her? Are you stupid? She clearly knows who's summoning her, or else she probably would have been busted by some dumbass ghost hunter show. This case started in Kentucky. It ended in Humboldt County, California. This is going to be a story of the in-between these 2 points. Now, when I get to the scene in Kentucky, there was a slumber party massacre. Not that I knew it at the time that it was Bloody Mary, but my assumption initially was a finger nest, as it was fucked up to look at. The thing is, everyone was dead in the bathroom. Damn kids really suck with makeup. Or they're really bad at shaving. The only thing there that was different from most finger cases was a shard of glass missing from the mirror. I checked the surroundings of the crime scene, but saw no shard. I decided to check the bodies. There was a translucent glaze on them, almost ghost-like. Of course, it's fucking ectoplasm, so it's not fang. I do what I can to clean up and call HQ to let them know it's not a fang. But those dumbasses don't listen to reason and send me on my way to Colorado, where another similar incident happened with what they assume is the same fang nest. Before I head my way to Colorado, I decided to break off a piece of that mirror. Call it a dumb fucking hunch, but I think it will come in handy later. Now, remember, this is before I knew it was that said spirit, so this was honestly just a dumb hunch. On my way to Colorado, I stop off at a gas station to relieve myself and grab provisions. But in the latrine, when I was washing my hands, I noticed a fogginess in the mirror, like something didn't want me to see it. I figured the mirror was just dirty because Texaco couldn't clean shit. After I got my provisions, I hop in my car and I started to drive away when I noticed a faint glare of a body in my side mirror. It vanished almost as soon as I looked in its direction. I shrugged it off, as most tweakers freak out like that when they think they got caught. As the comedy gods would have it, I landed in South Park, Colorado. Honestly, I didn't think this place existed. Truth be told, it's uncanny to the cartoon. Quiet little mountain town filled with assholes. What's not to love? The scene I was meant to oversee was at Dorothy Withers' house. Apparently, her daughter was also having a sleepover. Now, I'm the type of fella that thinks if it smells, looks, and tastes like shit, it's probably shit. So I'm thinking the sleepovers are a huge tell on what is happening. What do underage girls do in sleepovers? They talk about boys, they have pillow fights, and they summon ungodly evil. But What is most popular nationwide? Goddamn Bloody Mary. I case the crime scene and find nothing unusual besides another shot of the mirror missing. What the fuck? Same corner too. I checked the bodies, and just like in the previous state, their eyes were missing. Now, I'm not fancy on a lot of mirror game lore, but I know there's only a handful that cause immediate blindness due to your eyes being ripped out from their sockets. That's gotta be Bloody Mary. I had to call this one into HQ. I knew this wasn't a finger nest. I had to let them know that there is a chance Bloody Mary may be real. Of course, those dumbasses didn't believe me. Crazy old Rosco must have been hit on the head one too many times. Of course, they didn't believe me. Bloody Mary was just a folk tale that kids made up to scare each other. Apparently, there is more lore on the bullshit game than there is on the real ghost. Fan-fucking-tastic. HQ decided to send me to Idaho, Napa to be exact. Apparently, there was something similar going on there. I had no other option but to oblige and drag my sorry ass towards the west coast. If this was Bloody Mary, she has to be signaling me to go somewhere. But why with bodies? These poor kids didn't deserve this. I make the boring drive to Napa, and lo and behold, it's a raunchy college town. It would normally be right up my alley, all the sex and alcohol I could ask for, but no. What I got myself into here was a sorority pledge gone wrong. There was a few survivors, though, that didn't take part in the game. I had to question a few of them to see what exactly happened, and as sure as the sky is blue, they told me Bloody fucking Mary. Apparently, they put their pledges through this every year, but this was the first time the shit went south. I had her point out any subtle differences in this year's pledge season. Apparently, one of the new girls brought a mirror from home that she did the ritual on. It was an ornate Victorian mirror. Obvious supernatural material, I confiscated it and bid her a farewell. I didn't bother checking the other mirror in the house. This one had some bad vibes on it already. I didn't bother calling into HQ neither. Those jack-offs didn't listen to reason anyways. I hopped in my car and got a hotel for the night. Being on this case, I hardly slept, so I thought a good idea to get some rest. The next day, after I shit-showered and shaved, I decided to pull up that old-ass mirror and give her a whirl. Maybe Mary would give me a clue on what the fuck is going on. I do the whole ritual shtick, and the mirror goes smoky. Not cloudy like fog, more like smoke from a fire. More like black and white smoke. Then a voice came from the mirror. It was faint, but it sounded like a little girl crying and calling out for help. Hold the fuck up. Does Mary need help? Seriously? She's been killing across the country, and now she wants my help? Sure, Mary, I'll bite, 'cause once I find you, I'm gonna put you down. I kept staring into the mirror, hoping for a clue. It panned out to a view of an old factory, then blazed through a shot of a newspaper clipping. Factory burned down, no survivors. The important part of that was that it said Humboldt County Chronicle. This bitch is sending me to the granola capital of the world. As much as I hate California, I hate evil spirits more. So I packed up my shit and headed my way, cutting through southern Oregon, Klamath Falls to be exact, mostly farm country, but a fairly nice downtown area, if I say so myself. After this shit is done, I might head there for a little R&R. When I make my way to my new destination, I find myself in a shady-ass motel again. I get bunked in and rest after my travel so I can start my search for the factory in the morning. I go about town asking some of the local librarians about the factory fire and where I could find the remains. Told them I'm working on an editorial of a national paper on the worst events in the nation. I got pointed to the outskirts of town. When I arrived, the factory looked like an empty husk of its former self. Charred metal and crumbling concrete is all I saw. I'm not much for urban exploration, and this place looked like it would crash on me if I sneezed wrong. But this is where I was directed from the mirror, bitch. As I'm entering the skeletal factory, an eerie chill loomed. Yeah, I'm using the word loomed. Gotta make this sound fancy. I can't be kicking ass and taking names all the time. I gotta make this sound good for y'all. Anyways, when I crossed into the cold void that is the factory, the mirror I kept on me, along with the shards I collected, started to vibrate. Yeah, this is fucking weird even for me. Makes me wonder if the mirror I took the shards from were vibrating as well. They shook violently in my pack. I had to pull them out. Once I did, they shattered. I could make a joke about Mary and vibrations, but that would be inappropriate. I'll let you guys do that. Once the shards landed on the ground, they started forming and molding together into a single mirror. Okay, so what now? I grabbed the giant mirror disc and held it out. Reminds me of the disc in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. You know the one, when they go to heaven and God sends them to find Stallion. If you haven't seen that one, it's a classic. Okay, I'm getting off track. I bring that up only to make a point that it was like a map of the structure. More so an indicator, like the hot and cold game. It would shake harder the closer I walked in a certain direction. I made my way deeper into the factory, following the vibrations, until all of a sudden, they stopped. Great, it's fucking broken. Or so I thought. I decided to try to summon her again through the mirror. I caught a glimpse of her through the mirror, but it wasn't a ghost or a spirit. It was like a flashback. A group of men had taken her from her home and burned her here. Accusations of witchcraft caused this little girl to die. What the fuck? This isn't the witch trials anymore. It didn't look any older than the 1930s at most. So, Mary was innocent. How do I explain the bodies? I looked around for a shovel and came across the maintenance section that seemed to be untouched by the fire. I opened up a wall locker and saw old newspaper articles of kids getting sick all across the country. A total of 150 kids died when they finally put the blame on her. I found the shovel and headed back to her grave. I dug up her remains and began to do what any sane person would do at that time. Salt and burn. You've seen the TV show. That didn't get to happen. When I finished salting the bones, her skeleton took full form and knocked me on my ass. Yeah, innocence lost. Immediately I sprang to my sawed-off. No salt rounds this time. Old buckshot. When I went to take aim, it was gone. Yeah, accusations of witchcraft may have been correct, but now I've just released a corporeal form into the world. I'm assuming she's gonna want revenge. For that, I apologize. I don't know if she can regenerate like those mummy movies, but I know she no longer haunts mirrors. Half a win is still a loss in my book. Still looking for her to this day. Nowadays, HQ listens. If you come across walking bones approximately 5'5" in height, you know where to get a hold of me. As for right now, I've got a call. As always, tip your waitress and watch your six. Until next time, ciao. Tonight's story is written by ChronoPasta and was part 5 of the Rosco Higgins series. If you enjoyed this, please let ChronoPasta know. His links to all his social medias, including his YouTube, are in the description below. Please go show him some love and tell him PA sent you. Hey, did you know I have merch? Well, I do. And if you like to walk around representing my realm and gaining new travelers, the links to my merch store as well as all my other social medias will be in the description below. As always, I'd like to say a special thank you to all my lovely Patreons. 242 Reads, Rando Calrissian, Seraphine, the Midnight Bard, Creepy Clown Girl, Mia Mina, Philia Noctis, Hair Raising Narratives,
Spooky Boo, Scary Story Time, Lycan Trucker, and Nathaniel Nelson. If you'd like to join these lovely travelers by lighting my fire, you can do so by becoming a Patreon as well. Just remember, the support is always appreciated, but never expected. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ding that bell if you're new, as it will really help push this content into the algorithm and helps the channel grow.
But as always, traveler, once you step into my realm, there's no stepping out.